February 15th, the moon will oppose Saturn. Now, the moon in Leo is opposing Saturn. We talked about that a little bit on yesterday. This is what is your intention telling you? Your intuition, I'm sorry. What is your intuition telling you? The moon represents Cancer, which is a water sign, and all of us water signs have really distinct intuition. We have really serious gut feelings, and this is telling me personally to get out of my funk. This is similar to any confrontations you're having within yourself right now. So there are some high vibes that you can give to others, and there's some low vibes that you can give to others, and the low vibes do not benefit anyone. The high vibes definitely benefit everyone. For example, I'm in a selfish place, I could say, with the moon in Leo right now, when wanting to give people information on my truths or truths of the world that we all should know. And when someone is not receiving of that, I don't low vibe and say, okay, well, you need to take this information. I keep my vibes high so that they keep their vibes high, and eventually they go back possibly and check out what I was saying. Something in their own intuition showed them that they might want to see what I was talking about, because especially if you're a friend of mine or a family member, why would I lie to you about anything? I don't benefit from that. I don't get paid for lying, like some. And if we've been family members and friends for so long, why would I all of a sudden start lying? It bothers me, but I keep my vibes high. I'm going to be judged anyway. We're all going to be judged anyway, but F that judging. EFF the judging. There won't be a time where people that continuously judge you to be there or be around to continuously judge you. A lot of people are leaving my life personally every day. Had one this morning on Facebook, just randomly just said something like I was stupid when Zakia means intelligent in Arabic. Every day, every month, every week, every year, you're going to lose somebody that is not fit for your energy. But the moon is building up itself and its confidence to be the full moon on Wednesday. And the full moon reveals things. So now that we're building up to that revelation, don't deny yourself. You want to do things, so just do them. You want to give truths. I want to give truths, so I give them. I want to high vibe, so I do. And that is all I want to say about Tuesday. Wednesday, February 16th, the full moon will be happening around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and everything in between for Central and Mountain. At 28 degrees, so this is actually the second to last day of Aquarius. It'll be 28 degrees of Aquarius Sun, 28 degrees of the Leo moon, and the moon switches later on that afternoon into Virgo. So that is why it is not the full moon today. It is just the Leo moon. You can even look up in the sky at night. The moon is not perfectly shaped yet. It'll be perfectly shaped more by tomorrow evening, and then it'll be at the full moon peak at 100% Wednesday morning, Wednesday early afternoon for Eastern, for the East Coast. So again, the full moon illuminates, it reveals, it shows. It's the sun showing the whole moon so that the moon can shine bright at night. The moon can shine through the darkness. So this is revealing some dark things, especially emotionally. You want to emotionally check in on the full moons, especially with this full moon, because this moon, Leo, represents, again, the heart. It represents yourself, your bravery. So despite the judging that we talked about with the moon opposing Saturn the day before on Tuesday, you are still the bomb. You are still the boss. You are still the best. I'm talking to myself as I look at myself and you. You just have to keep going. Again, this is the dead of the winter. When we are in Leo season, which is the opposition sign of Aquarius again, It is the dead heat of the summer. So just stay brave, keep going, be yourself, stay centered, self-centered. Mars also will lead on this day. Like I said, Mars will jump ahead a little bit of Venus. It'll be just like a slight degree, a few minutes ahead. While Mars is jumping into the lead, Mars will be helping his lover, Venus, and all the values and wants that she wants. Take charge of those things. Mars is ready to put her wants, desires, needs, finances, beauty, everything ahead of the game. Working hard for his girl Venus. And Venus is changing her values. A lot of us have values that have changed because our beliefs have changed with the Sagittarius South Node and the Gemini North Node that just switched in January when it moved into Scorpio and Taurus. And then I'm gonna speak on this in another video too, that the fixed signs, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius, our values have changed because the energy is now fixed. It's now like, fixed signs don't like to change, but when we do change, we change in a great way. And then the moon will go into Virgo later that Wednesday evening, which is cater to you energy. It's organizing. It's perfecting some things, especially after all these past energies with the conjunction of Mercury and Pluto, and still being in Aquarius season for its final days. It's like we are now setting ourselves, grounding ourselves and setting ourselves in a position where we can really thrive and organize and harmonize, especially with the Libra moon coming after the Virgo moon. Remember, the moon changes every 2 days. I think that's all I want to say about Wednesday. I'm trying to move quickly, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Okay, what I also wanted to point out on Wednesday during the full moon around 11:30 a.m. is that you see there's a square. Okay, this is called a T-square. You see how it creates a T in the middle of the square because these are the fixed signs: Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. All the fixed signs are not only squaring each other, but the opposite signs are opposing. So the reason we have a full moon is because the moon is opposing the sun. The opposite signs are Aquarius and Leo. And of course, the nodes that are in Taurus and Scorpio are also opposing always. The nodes are always opposing. You see that this is kind of exact because the exact point for the full moon is at 27 degrees of Aquarius and Leo, and the nodes are just 1 degree behind them. Okay, this is really big because the fixed signs, me and the other three, me speaking of Scorpios, are going through big transformation. Remember, the Scorpio South Node has to do with things we're releasing. Full moons also have to do with things you're releasing and revealing because the sun is shining the brightest on the whole moon, okay? So just briefing this really quick. We're releasing fears. We're releasing our need to be kind of tough on ourselves because, not really tough on ourselves, but releasing the need to be detached. Aquarius is the detached sign, right? But the moon, when it's in Leo, the opposite sign of being detached is being, loving, doing things with your heart, brave, all things Leo, right? And then the North Node is showing us the pathway that we need to go to. These are the financial signs. The Scorpio means money in your bank, even debts. And then Taurus means money in the pocket. So all the things you want. So all in all, with our bravery happening, squaring or opposing us wanting just to be detached from everything, with our fear of finances, fear of even a lot of things that are in Capricorn, all these authority things. We're moving away from the fear and we're dealing with things that we ultimately want and value. Our values have changed with this too. Not to mention the Uranus. There's also a lot of Uranus and Sun energy going on. Not so close, not so exact, because Uranus is at 11 degrees, but there are going to be a lot of things that aspect Uranus, and Uranus rules Aquarius, but it is in Taurus. It's on another fixed sign, so there's a lot going on. You see, there's a lot of conflict, a lot of squares going on right now. So I just wanted to add that to the energy going on Wednesday. Thursday is a really good day for those who are into cryptocurrency, trading, stock stuff, possibly. And I say possibly because I'm having mixed emotions about this sextile. So sextile is another aspect. Like I said, I'll be going into the aspects and talking more about them so you'll understand them. It's like conjunction and opposition and trine, which I'll talk about too. But sextile means that it has the word sex in it, so it's sexy. It's like compatibility between the elements. So this one is between water and earth. And this is the moon trining Uranus. So the moon on Thursdays in Virgo. And trine, again, is the aspect of all the elements, not the elements, the same element. So it's 3 of the same element. This one is earth. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus are the earth signs. And a trine means like the 3 best friends getting together. The 3 elements getting together in unison. And trine is also quick energy that comes in and does something and then it moves on. But the moon will trine Uranus and then oppose Jupiter sextiling Uranus. Okay, so Jupiter, trine and sextiles are good aspects. Jupiter's in Pisces, which is the water sign, and Uranus is in Taurus, the earth sign. So that's where you get the sextile from. But the moon is opposing Uranus because the moon is in Virgo in the opposition sign. I'm sorry, not opposing Uranus. It's opposing Jupiter because the moon is the opposite in Virgo of Jupiter and Pisces. Virgo is the opposite of Pisces. Hopefully that didn't go over y'all's head. Let me say this slowly, okay? So Jupiter is the good luck planet. It represents our rewards that we get after we're working hard for Saturn. Whatever Saturn's lessons are telling us, it is, you could be gullible sometimes with this, but Jupiter gives us abundance and good luck, which is why I think there's going to be something good about money, finances on Thursday. Uranus is the planet of sudden change, and it's in Taurus, the sign of finances and our desires. So Jupiter sextiling Uranus, good luck, and sudden change could be either it could suddenly go up and everything could be great with crypto or our finances, or it could suddenly go down. So just be aware of that. All right. I think I'm getting a little bug because of how it was warm one day and cold the next. Anyway, Thursday continued. There will be opportunities with this sextile, possibly. A flow of, I'm gonna say definitely, okay? Because even though I don't partake in crypto or trading or anything, I'm looking at Thursday as the day that's going to tell me that my grant came through, my job is ready to start training me so I can get paid these awesome salary, and the house that I'm going to use to get the voucher will be the best house ever. So that's why I'm going to keep that high energy with. Also, all the planets are in direct. motion, which means, you know, things are going to start moving and flowing better. But all astrology aside, things are going to get better anyway, and we're just going to stay with that kind of energy. Anyway, the moon in Virgo will trine Venus in Capricorn, as well as Mercury in Capricorn. And this could be us just being patient and committed, like Mars is, to making sure this action takes place, making sure all the things that I spoke of for myself happens by planning, putting in the hard work, and then watching and reaping the rewards. So the tools to get what you need and what you want done are there, and it's possibly going to happen quicker than you can imagine. Stay positive always. Friday, February the 18th. Happy Pisces season. Now, I was laughing with Cam when I was studying and researching with him for this week, Cam White, and then thinking back to last Pisces season when I used to despise Pisces. I fell out with my Pisces ex-best friend. I seen her with one of our other friends, and they had a good weekend last week together. And it's just like, I miss her, but I don't. I miss my dad, who's a Pisces, but I don't. But I'm going to stick with Pisces season. It's going to be awesome regardless of if I get back with Pisces relationships that I've dismissed or not. Okay, but Zodiac's characteristics come from their seasons. I learned this and was reminded by Cam White that, you know, when someone says they're a Pisces, they mean they're a Pisces sun. When I say I'm a Scorpio sun. We get our characteristics from the actual Scorpio season or the Pisces season, right? So Pisces season is when we're leaving the winter and moving into spring. So that's transformation. That is why Pisces is a mutable sign. Mutable means changing, transformation, transforming. Sagittarius is a mutable sign. It's transforming from the fall to the winter. Virgo is the summer to the fall, and Gemini is the spring to the summer. So those are all the mutable signs. And Pisces, again, is from winter to spring. So we're going to enjoy it. We're going to get out of this funk that we're in the dead of the winter because it's almost over. And we're going to move forward always. Boots on the ground. Pisces represents our feet. That's the body part for Pisces. So all boots on the ground. And when you think of Pisces being a feet, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and then the zodiac starts over with Aries. Pisces has a little bit of everybody in them, every zodiac characteristic in them. And when you imagine them, when you know that they're represent the feet, just imagine all the things that the feet carries. The feet carries the head on down. So I am empathetic to Pisces because they do have a lot of energies that they deal with, and I get that. So I'm apologizing, but I'm not apologizing at the same time. Because Neptune, that rules Pisces, is still a planet that I just can appreciate but don't appreciate sometimes. The moon in Virgo will be opposing Neptune in Pisces. And so this is like organizing the illusions and judging them, in my humble opinion. It's like organizing your thoughts on what is truthful, what is fitting, and kind of breaking through some of the delusion, the illusion, the victimizing that Neptune can bring. Neptune not only rules Pisces, but it represents the media, the movie that we all are watching in Truth or World, and organizing the narrative in the movie. So like, for example, some of us in the Truth or World are now saying that there is possible HIV in the jab. Me, because I have a son who was accidentally given that. I'm trying to wrap my mind around this narrative, this new narrative of not being all the way true. And even if it is, we're going to stay positive. Life has shown me in the last year, since the last Pisces season, that there's a lot of information, even especially with the nodes being in Gemini and Sagittarius last year. There was a lot of illusions that needed to be looked at more carefully. And hopefully I'm explaining this well, but just seeing your own truth in aligning with your gut feeling and your intuition, because Pisces is a water sign, aligning with your intuition and realizing that some of the things that are put in front of our eyes are not what they appear to be. And that's all I want to say about that. The moon also moves into Libra on Friday too. So this is more communication in a harmonizing way, which is what I said, like after we've gone through our heart space with the full moon in Leo, after we've organized our thoughts and emotions with the moon in Virgo, now it's time to communicate with others and harmonize with others all of our feelings and emotions. So this is a good moon to move into with Pisces season. All right, Saturday, February 19th, the moon in Libra will trine Mercury in Aquarius. Some trines are okay. I'm not going to say all of them are positive, but these are the air signs trining. So communication is key here. Relating and sharing and networking with people, the Mercury and Aquarius part, and connecting and through conversation is needed to be had. It's just what you say. Please watch what you say. Don't bring that prefix D into anything. We don't want to divide. We don't want to separate. We want to harmonize. So Saturday could be a little bit of a challenge. Sunday is definitely going to be a challenge, but it's not much happening on Saturday. I feel like we should just lean on that moon in Libra all weekend. Lean on this Pisces energy coming in with Pisces season, and just start learning how to reconnect creatively. Saturday was quick, wasn't it? All right, and Sunday, the moon will trine Saturn, which is what I said, it might be tough, and then it will square Mars and Venus. So square is conflict. We didn't talk about squares all week until today, until Sunday, February the 20th. So there's also something big that happens on the 20th, but let's just go through this first. So the moon trining Saturn, and the moon, Saturn in Aquarius, and the moon in, that's not right. Because if the moon is in Libra, it wouldn't trine Saturn. Libra is an air sign. I don't know what I wrote that for. Oh no, I'm sorry, that is right. The moon is in an air sign and Saturn is an air sign. Sorry. The moon is in Libra, trining Saturn. So yeah, those are the same elements. The reason I am saying that this is going to be difficult is because this Saturn represents authority and responsibility and restrictions, and relating with those can be tough. It's like you want to get a harmonizing diplomatic point across, and Saturn in Aquarius can be a little bit weird about that. It can be like, are you really ready for the new, or should we communicate in this group or that group? How are we going to harmonize it? And then with it squaring Mars and Venus in Capricorn, because Capricorn and Libra, Aries and Cancer are all the cardinal signs. So cardinal means they initiate things. They initiate the seasons. When it's Cancer season, it's the beginning of summer. When it's Capricorn season, it's the beginning of winter. When it's Libra season, it's the beginning of fall. When it's Aries season, it's the beginning of spring. It's like you're initiating this information in a different kind of way, trying to connect with those groups that Saturn and Aquarius will connect you with, but from an authority piece. So it's like Saturn and Aquarius is the government. You want to communicate about the government, but Mars and Venus is like, well, didn't your values change? And what action are we going to take now? So it's like, let's harmonize by any means necessary, let's harmonize and do it for the sake of the people. But you might find out later that it was a better way that you could have done that with Mars and Venus conjunct and squaring the other two cardinal planets. Hopefully that made sense. Quickly, there has been a lot of talk about Pluto return being on February 2nd, February 22nd, 2022, which is on a Tuesday. So all those twos, because it sounds good, right? But it actually has been going on, okay? Because it doesn't, certain aspects, especially with outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, because they move so slow, the energy starts early and it ends later because they're moving so slow. So it's like it has to start a little bit earlier in order for it to be effective and then transform things, okay? Because again, Pluto is a planet of transformation. Pluto, even though they signed the Declaration of Independence on July the 4th, was it the Declaration of Independence? Whatever it was, on July the 4th, 1776. There still was days before to plan that, and then days after to put it in action to see if it works and add onto it or whatever. As our nation grew and became what it is. Now it's time for it to grow into something new and become something new, and it definitely has been happening, which is why I kind of get upset with people when they don't believe my truths. The Pluto return week is coming up, starting next Sunday. I believe that a lot of things will be a little bit more intense because, again, Pluto represents intensity and power. It'll be a lot of fear running through a lot of people's heads, but hasn't it already been? Do you expect things to go backwards? No, all the planets are going direct, so there's nothing going back to what it has been. Really quick story, I got put off of TikTok for putting out truths about slavery never happening. Instead of saying, oh, it did happen, and wanting negative energies from the past to still dwell into the future is kind of weird to me when people really want slavery to be real and not trying to investigate on why I'm saying it wasn't real. And it's not just me, it's a lot of us realize this and know this. And even when I was saying this, there was a few people from the Jewish community saying that the Holocaust wasn't real either. So it's like we're stepping into new energy. It is intense. It can make life be scary. Doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Doesn't mean that it's not truthful. The Pluto return has been happening. The government has been breaking down. The energy of Pluto return also has to deal with finances. So the banking systems have been changing with crypto, with gold and silver, a lot. There's CEOs stepping down from big corporations. There's people saying they're not running again. There's a lot of people dying. Unfortunately, I didn't mean to laugh at that, but this is all that Pluto represents. Death, rebirth, transformation, power, fear, intensity. If y'all have not been seeing that, please step out of your bubble. Research a little, talk to people, especially with this Libra moon this weekend, and let's get ready for the change. I am TMZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many, Zakia, enlightening every day. This is Get a Life Astrology, growing into divine adults and loving yourself forever. Astrology is not bad either, y'all. It's good energy. Did I tell you anything negative when I was talking right now? Please correct me in the comments if I did. Happy Love Day again. Have a great week.